It is so difficult for me to summarize what my novels are about. I'm often asked to do this, like in one sentence. What is Catfishing Caitlyn all about? If I had to, I would say Catfishing Caitlyn is about the experience a specialist in Middle Eastern history uh, goes through as she tries to solve various riddles within the framework of a game that she finds herself engaged with. And these riddles, uh, on the superficial level, appear to be about Arabic manuscripts and history and classical Arabic literature. But in actuality, and in some very strange way, they seem to be intricately linked to her own personal life and to the trauma that she had gone through as a child. Came across this term, catfishing, a few years ago. Of course, in its modern usage, it arose out of a series by Neve Schulman, in which she describes basically being, well, catfished. And in the way Neve uses the term, it in essence captures the idea of being targeted by something that is fictional and that conceals a very different identity. In my own experience of this, it is often the case that I feel pulled towards various destinations that appear to be something, only for them to unfold in a very different way, leaving me with the feeling that I was deceived, but not necessarily in a negative sense, into pursuing a path because I would have otherwise not pursued it had it presented itself to me in the way it actually is. And all of this is reminiscent of various themes that appear in Rumi's poetry. Rumi, who I very much love. I recall in one poem he describes the experience of following a beautiful bird only for it to become something very distressing, and the reverse. And he ends by asking the question, who is playing these games? One of the things I try to do in Catfishing Caitlyn is to provide the Western reader with a glimpse into the fascinating world of classical Arabic literature. We find ourselves encountering a manuscript, for example, that is basically a collection of recipes that are over 1,000 years old. Kitab al-Tabikh, the Book of Dishes. And at one point, Caitlyn actually attempts to recreate one of these dishes. We also find Caitlyn attempting to solve a riddle that involves identifying manuscripts that focus on the experience of homoerotic love, which may be to some readers quite unexpected to encounter, for example, a religious Muslim male scholar expressing his love and passion in poetry and in prose to another man. These are the various elements and layers, so to speak, to Catfishing Caitlyn that I hope the reader would find not only interesting but also unique.